Welcome to the first appointment committee meeting of 2022, first official meeting. I'm Lindsay Rothschild. I'm joined by Councilor Brad Wiley and President Omar Gomez. And this is 4 o'clock on Wednesday, January 12th. We have some, first I will ask if there's anyone from the public that would like to speak to anything that's not on the agenda. And this is my dog barking. I will try to put him down. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, but I see our two new appointments are here. And I'm that's exciting. Give me 1 minute. Trying to share my screen because I've got I've started putting all the appointments up on this. Hold on a second. Hi, Tim. I'm glad you could make it with us today. Just pulling up. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So I'm up all on the screen. That makes it easy for us to follow along what's going on. So the first appointment in front of us today is the Council on Aging. We have Crystal Stoes. Is my pronouncing that correctly? Oh my gosh. Hazards of working at home. Okay. So Crystal, we have the same questions that we ask everyone. So the first one is, why are you interested in serving on with the Council on Aging? You're on mute, Crystal.
Sorry. Can you hear me now? Okay. So I worked for the Northampton Council on Aging and Senior Center for about 8 years. I've worked in elder services for about 15 years. I really enjoy working with the senior population. I've worked with Linda Talbot and Brandon in the past on the Council on Aging, doing different volunteer positions. I'm a Shine counselor. I'm a long-term care options counselor. I currently am an executive director of a local assisted living community. So I have a lot of experience with marketing, fundraising, writing grants, administering grants for the senior population. So I'm interested in putting my knowledge to help the Council on Aging Board of Directors.
Great. This is really, sorry, I mean, take care of my mother's dog. Thank you. And you mentioned kind of your skills as you went into it. And I'm going to let Omar go on with the questions since I've got the dog situation.
Okay.
The next question, do you have them or?
Yeah, I don't have it in front of me.
They're there on the screen. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, do you want me to?
Just read the question.
Okay. In what ways do you see yourself being able to contribute to this committee? Professional, personal experience, different perspective, skills?
I'm hoping to be able to help with the senior tax work-off program. I helped Patty Shaughnessy, the director in Northampton, to establish the program with Joan Seraphin, the assessor here in Northampton. I also supervised and placed volunteers in different aspects of the senior tax work-off program in Northampton, so I'm experienced with that. I also helped establish the Northampton Neighbors program, and I understand Easthampton has a similar program that they're trying to expand upon. I helped to raise funds and apply for grant funding for the Northampton Council on Aging when that building was built. So I hope to help secure the Easthampton Council on Aging some opportunities for grant funding for your new building.
Thank you. Lisa's back, so let me ask the other one is what are ways you engage with the Easthampton community, volunteers, school involvement, meetings, events, school involvement, social media, etc.
Yeah, I've volunteered for the Easthampton Enrichment Center in the past. I've also done some fundraising. I was president of the Easthampton cheerleading booster club when my daughter was a cheerleader, and for her, yeah, in Easthampton, my daughter. Yeah, I remember.
I'm just saying that nice because my three daughters was cheers.
Yeah, I remember you from working at the different competitions and all of that. Yeah. So I was president of the cheer booster club. I also helped my husband recreational basketball last year and the year before. I coached a team and he coached a team. So I'm very vested in our community. I want to help the senior population, but I also like volunteering with the school system as well.
Crystal, thank you so much for stepping forward. It sounds like you have a lot of skills to be a great match. And I just know this is a difficult time for everyone with the pandemic. So just the fact that people are showing up and continuing to serve the city and connect with others is really heartening. And this is a really pleasure, this committee, because we just get to meet all the other people that are working together to make the city run. So thank you so much for stepping forward.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thanks. And we have also Timothy here from, he's been appointed to the Zoning Board of Appeals as an associate member. And you filled this out, but since you're here, I'd love just to hear from you talking and why you're interested in serving on this committee.
Sure. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I as it says there, my training is as a city planner. I got my master's in urban regional planning. I worked in Keene, New Hampshire as a planner for 4 years. I worked with the Historic District Commission. I was responsible for enforcing their downtown historic district regulations. So I'm kind of familiar with, what it takes to walk the fine line between, private property rights and economic development, and, trying to move towards community goals. And when I was serving in that role, sometimes when you're professional staff, you put all this hard work into it, and then the people on the boards get to make different decisions. And I was like, I want to be in that spot someday. Figured that I at least have, a background and skills. And so my life's finally coming to a place with, I have 2 children. One's 9 and one's getting close to 5, where I'm now at a spot where I feel I can start, putting things back into my life that are for my own interests. And this is one thing I've wanted to do for quite some time. So zoning board fits my schedule. I actually teach as a professor at Central Connecticut State, teaching geography and city planning. And I tend to stack my classes on Tuesday, Thursdays. So in terms of other city boards, there are ones I'm interested in. I just can't get them on my schedule. And zoning board was one that definitely works with the Wednesday evening schedule. So I think I cover that.
Great, yeah, and it kind of overlaps into this one. Which way do you see yourself being able to contribute specifically to this committee?
Sure, yeah, and I think, on the zoning board, just like some of the other ones, there's kind of the legal ramifications, and I'm familiar with those processes. Obviously, I was trained in Washington State. I've worked in New Hampshire and now teaching in Connecticut. So Massachusetts is one place that I haven't learned about, but there's definitely overlap to, conflict of interest laws and all that. And it's obviously being able to balance the interest of, again, moving towards what the zoning is supposed to be, achieving, but also realizing the flexibility of every condition, every property is unique. So, I'm familiar with the process, and I'm excited to actually do it. And I think one of the benefits for me, which is maybe more of the first question, is I can practice what I preach, because I always tell my students to go get involved in their communities, and I ought to do it myself if I'm telling them to do it. So it'll make me a better educator as well, being able to have this experience. So.
Yeah, I have a feeling you'll have good anecdotes and good stories to add to you.
Oh, I've got a lot. I've been on many 6+ hour meetings as a professional planner. So yeah.
And I see here that you participate in the open space and recreation plan, and your daughter goes to Maple.
Yeah, and otherwise, I feel like I haven't done much. We bought our first house in 2017. We actually moved literally next door in 2020 to a slightly bigger house. Just involvement basically through kids at this point. That's my life stage, is, getting to meet parents, and my daughter is saying yes to everything: basketball, soccer, dance, and everything, baton. So, that's how involved. It's not as much as I want to do, but, the zoning board, I feel like, is the first step officially into, contributing my time and skills. So.
Great. Did you happen to look at the housing production plan on the website? Maybe Councilor Riley could speak to that as well. He's on the Affordable and Fair Housing Partnership. There's a lot of suggestions in it, and that spoke to suggested zoning changes in the city. So I just thought it would be a good read for you on there.
Will do. I nerd out on that stuff. The first thing I did when we bought our house was actually print the zoning ordinance, so I could know what was allowed in our neighborhood or not, and all that kind of stuff. My wife made fun of me. I'm like, I got to know. I just got to know what's in the neighborhood. What can we do? What can't we do? So.
Yeah, I would definitely have you check that out. It's on our website. There's a lot of zoning overlap in our strategic plan, and I think that someone with your experiences and expertise, I think, will definitely be helpful as we go forward with that plan. So
cool. Sounds good to me.
Yeah, you sound like you're more than qualified.
Since we have both appointments here, I will entertain a motion if no one has any other questions for our two appointments.
So move.
Okay.
And seconded.
Okay, all in favor? To recommend the appointment of Crystal Coates. Am I pronouncing it right? Coates Stokes? To the Council on Aging. Go ahead, say it.
It's Cote-Stos.
Thank you, Cote-Stos, to the Council on Aging with an expiration 12/31/2023, and Timothy Garceau to the Zoning Board of Appeals, an associate member with a term expiration 12/31/2023. All in favor, Brad Riley?
Aye.
Omar Gomez?
Aye.
And me, aye, so moved. So just to let you know the process and get to learn the slow churns of government, is our next meeting with the City Council is January 19th. And that's where we basically make our recommendations to the full council. So we would say we voted unanimously to recommend to confirm both of you to their appointments, and then the full council votes on it, and then it goes back to the mayor's office, and they get, because you are mayoral appointments, but we just confirm or reject them. All right. So thank you again so much, and I look forward to collaborating with you both on different projects in the city.
Great. Thank you.
Very much. Have a good one.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Now I will look at our reappointments. This is interesting because, hi, Councilor Krasinski, nice to see you. We have Elodie Chicoine, but we actually did this in the last meeting, but she turned up on our agenda again, so we can just include her just to cover all our bases. But I looked and she was on our last one as well. Then we have Registrar Voters, 12/31/2024, James Ramsey. And I don't have any, I emailed people and I didn't get anything back. So I don't really have anything to say either way. Charles Duffy is a reappointment to the Veterans Council. I had also called him and left a message because I had his phone number, but haven't heard anything back. I also need to add one, the Commission on Disability people from our last meeting. Hold on, because we didn't confirm that. We didn't vote on them in our last meeting. because the chair of the Commission on Disability had said that she still needed to meet with the mayor to talk about their committee. And she's gotten back to me. One of the appointees is withdrawing, and the other one should be reappointed. So let me just grab those names. It's Robert and Bryce. Let me see, hold on. I'm gonna stop sharing for 1 second. This dog situation. Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Does anyone want to make a motion to reappoint this group except for Robert Nichols?
So how many reappointments?
There is 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'll move to reappoint those four
Mayoral appointments.
reappointments.
Okay.
I will second the motion.
Okay, so we have a motion to recommend the reappointment of Bryce LaPlante to the Commission on Disability, Elodie Chicoine to the Agricultural Commission, James Ramsey to the Registrar Voters, and Charles Duffy to the Veterans Council. All in favor, Councilor Gomez?
Before me voting, I just want to add that I'm saying yes to this reappointment because they are reappointments, even when they didn't answer to you this time. But we'll say yes because they're already serving, and there's no any red flag about any one of these reappointments. So that's the reason I'm voting yes. So my vote is yes.
Councilor Riley, he's a guest too.
Yes.
Okay, so moved. Yeah, what I try to do too is also reach out to the chair of each committee to just say, hey, you have a reappointment. Do you have any comments? I don't have the email to the chair of the Veterans Council, and I guess Barb is probably the Registrar Voters person. I did reach out to this chair, and I did reach out to this, but I don't know if the email works or not because I never get a response. So, but like you said, they are serving, and we're grateful for their service. Do we need to vote to not reappoint Robert? He's withdrawing?
Two things with the process. Or we say no, because that's the only thing that we can do,
Yeah.
or we ask the mayor to withdraw her appointment.
Let's just vote no, but we're putting it on the record because we understand that he's withdrawing, because just to make
Okay.
the process.
No, I'm okay saying no.
Okay, so all in favor of, so kind of double negative. Voting,
Motion? Yeah, I will make the motion.
Thank you.
I will move to reject the appointment of Robert Nichols
okay,
to the Commission on Disability.
okay.
I second the motion.
All right, all in favor, Omar,
Aye.
Brad?
Aye.
Aye. And I'm aye. Okay, so we are rejecting that appointment based on the fact that we heard that he's withdrawing. All right. We covered all the business, and my dog is officially driving me crazy. I'll take a motion to, so our next meeting, there'll be every other week on Wednesdays at 4, that we don't have city council meetings unless we don't have anything on our agenda. Sometimes we don't have any appointments, so we don't need a meeting. Okay, so we'll take a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, hold on a minute. We are adjourned. Let's see, stop sharing and stop recording.